So I didn't see this. No one sent me this, so shame on you, ladies and gents, for not, follow me over on Twitter at MrH and sending this to me. Otherwise, I would have spoken about it. I am shocked, I guess, to a degree. Johnny Depp verdict thrown into chaos as wrong juror was seated in the Virginia trial. Amber Heard says, now wants a new trial. Well, of course she does. Of course she does. Why wouldn't you want a new trial when you can't afford to pay for the outcome of the other trial, right? So let's get into this. This is just madness, right? If there wasn't enough drama swirling around Johnny Depp's win over Amber Heard and his multi-million-dollar defamation lawsuit last month, things have now turned judicially weird. And I think that's fair to say. Ms. Heard had a right to rely on the basic protection as prescribed by the Virginia Code. That the jurors in this trial would be individuals who were actually summoned for jury duty. What? Again, quite weird. It says a partially redacted new filing on Friday by the Aquaman Stars legal team. Now, it is important to note that on Friday, there was also a filing from Amber Heard's insurer saying we don't want to pay for this because you breached the contract, so we're not going to pay out that $1 million for the fees or cover your legal fees either. So they're coinciding. Just remember that. There's always a pattern to these events, and this filed on Friday, the other filed on Friday. Both legal parties would have been warned of one another. Doing all of that, I would imagine. So yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? A bit of a coincidence. So in this case, it appears that juror number 15 was not in fact the same individual as listed on the jury panel. Elaine Brederhoff adds, in language similar to a previous filing on June 24th. Now, this is just due to, a typo, apparently, but let's get into what they're saying anyway. Ms. Heard's due process was therefore compromised. Under these circumstances, a mistrial should be declared. It's my little Bill Nye impression. Declared. Gotta, spit it out. And a new trial ordered. Unlike the previous motions, a memorandum placed in the Fairfax County Courthouse docket last month to dismiss the June 1st verdict and get a new trial, today's supplemental memo has a lot more details on what could snatch victory from Depp in his legal battle with ex-wife. So, according to the redacted filing, the summons for jury duty was sent out to a Virginia resident in April for the much-delayed $15 million defamation action Depp had set off in March 2019 against Heard. For 2018 Washington Post op-ed she penned. We know all about this. Who cares? However, also according to today's filing, it seems that there are two individuals residing at the address, at the very least, with the same last name. One is a 77-year-old and another is a 52-year-old. So they've got the same last name. They're obviously relatives, clearly. Maybe like brothers or sisters. I assume, because maybe they're partners. Who the hell knows? The former, so the older one, was the one summoned, but it looks like the latter was the one who showed up. I mean, it is a bit weird. Thus, the 52-year-old, sitting on the jury for 6 weeks, was never summoned for jury duty on April 11th and did not appear in the list as required. It is pretty odd. How would no one notice this? Are people just idiots or something? Well, I know they are, but really? Not noticed by officers or clerks of the court, the younger individual made it all the way to the jury without apparently ever being asked to produce any ID. Or with perhaps fake ID? The filing implies? I mean, if this is the case, that's pretty damning on Virginia. and their court process. Like, let's get real here. Additionally, it looks like someone filled out the required online information form either intentionally or accidentally to say that they were born in 1945. Right. So unaware of this at the time, and during the media-frenzied trial, Heard's defence team now wants an explanation and to see some consequences, which could take the shine off Team Depp. Which is, yeah, it's true. Like, this is pretty weird. Like, it is pretty odd. As the court no doubt agrees, it is deeply troubling for an individual not summoned for jury duty nonetheless to appear for jury duty and serve on a jury. Especially in a case such as this. This was a high-profile case, where the fact and date of the jury trial were highly publicised prior to and after the issuance of the juror summonses. Virginia has in place statutory code provisions designed to ensure the person called for jury duty is the person arriving for jury duty. I mean, they're not wrong. Does seem really odd, doesn't it? So Fairfax County's juror questionnaire webpage furthers this goal by requiring all county residents to log in using their 7-digit juror number, zip code, and birth date. So those safeguards are in place and relied upon by the parties to verify the identity of the correct juror, to ensure due process and a fair trial for all litigants. When these safeguards are circumvented or not followed, as appears to be the case here, the right to a jury trial and due process are undermined and compromised. They actually aren't wrong. But I'd love to hear more information on this, because we're only hearing one side of the story. So neither reps for Heard or Depp have responded to Deadline's request for comment on Friday's filing, and we also attempted to contact the Virginia court for insight. While the particulars are way out there, the gist of Heard's move here is no surprise. Almost within a minute of the $10 million plus verdict came down, basically it was like, yeah, we're going to appeal, and that she's tried to appeal by so many different means, and trying to get a mistrial is basically her trying to, you know, it's an appeal by proxy, because otherwise to appeal she'd have to pay the bond, and she can't pay the bond. So this is quite odd. Yeah, this could be pretty big, to be honest. I'm surprised no one sent this to me. Shame on you. Shame on me as well for not noticing it. But this is very strange. But it does coincide, again, connect the dots. It does coincide with Amber Heard's insurer saying we're not going to pay as well. So it could just be desperation. But we'll see. We will see. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out my Teespring store. Supporting the channel via this way does go a long way. But also, not only that, you do get to wear some awesome merch. These are one-of-a-kind designs designed for me by my graphic designer. We, of course, have our Clown World line, which is in mugs, hoodies, t-shirts. We've got Space Jeebus. And then for something a little bit different, we, of course, have right down at the bottom right here, we have our Pulsar GTIR. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out and supporting my second channel, which is Car Nonsense. This is a vlog and car channel. You can find links to this in the description box, along with my Teespring. Please do consider supporting.